BrewTube, DJs here, back at you with yet another DJs BrewTube beer review. And today, got my workout on, hit some yard work, I did all that shit. What do I deserve? I deserve a beer, don't you think? I think so. So, anyways, I think maybe some of you guys get that feeling too after you've busted your hump a bit. You need a beer. That's right. What beer we're going to have today? Well, hell, we're going to go to Chicago, Illinois to Goose Island Beer Company, also known as an AB-InBev subsidiary. And we're going to have their Demolition. Now, Demolition is a beer that's currently retired / on hiatus. They don't actually call them retired on the Goose Island website. They just say they're not currently being produced. Doesn't mean they won't be produced again. But that said, this beer I bought a while back, and Goose Island's really good about telling you how long you can sell their beers and stuff, and they're fairly accurate. And this one, they say not to sell her more than 180 days. And I found that on the ones that they're telling you that 180 days, they're pretty accurate. And this is getting close to that 180 days, so I'm going to go for it. And what is this? They call it a Golden Strong Ale, Belgian Golden Strong Ale. And other folks like Beer Advocate and Rate Beer are saying that it's a Belgian Pale Ale. You know what? It depends how hoppy it feels. They're using Saz and Chinook hops in this and some pills and malt, so it could be. Definitely we know they're using a Belgian yeast strain in it. You know, since they're calling it a, Belgian Strong Golden Ale. That's 7.2% ABV and 40 IBU, so it's not super bitter. So, I've worked up a thirst today, guys. I'm ready to drink. So, let's get the top popped on this one and see what we got going on. Also, by the way, before I get too deep into it, dates clearly listed on all the Goose Island beers. Perfect, easy to read date. I know by when I should drink it, by this, and the awesome information they really have on their website. So let's get it popped. Let's see. Oh, nice hiss off the top of that. Unremarkable crown. You can tell this is one of the older Goose Island big bottles because they'd have like the goose head or a more adorned cap on the top than they have on this one. But anywho, we also got our lovely Goose Island glass that I got with this bottle when I bought it. So, see what we got going on. Oh, that's nice. I got a big bomber here so I can pour away. Boom. Yes. Wow. Look at that, guys. Well, I can smell the hops and the woo-wee and like pineapple and stuff wafting off the top of this. It's full, solid, nearly 4 fingers head, 3.5 head. Look at that. Super tight bubbles. It's a little hazy. Active streaming bubbles up from the bottom. Wow, look at that. Their bubbles are just like cascading up off the bottom. I don't know if in this Goose Island glass, I don't think there's any kind of laser etch or anything, but man, they're really cascading up. Really tight bubbles, a little sudsy, a little soapy sudsy. But bright white head, not even off-white, and it's a golden amber sort of body. It has sort of like that apple juice look, but man, up from the bottom, the bubbles are just boom, wafting and streaming and explosions, sort of like you get when with with like champagne. Now this beer was originally brewed to honor the fact that folks kept coming to their tavern, the Goose Island Tavern, in the early 90s while they were demolishing them all around it. So that's really cool. Let's get a nose on this, see what we got going on. Big pineapple, real big pineapple. Honey. Very vinous. It's got a lot of white wine character into it, like a sweet white wine, or almost like a sweet cider, sort of. Yeah, it almost reminds me of the aroma of a nice sparkling cider, but it has a pineapple aroma instead of an apple. I am getting some apple off of there, and some flowery sort of hops coming off. So let's get a taste on this. I'm right thirsty. Wow. Big pineapple in this beer. To my palate, anyway. It's got a dry finish. It's a fairly sweet beer. It's not really bitter at all. It's not showing its 40 IBUs. Maybe it did more when it was new, but this is a really tasty beer. Don't taste any of the alcohol at all in it, the 7.2. Goes down real smooth. You feel a little bit of alcohol warming in your chest. This one's right now probably about like 48 degrees. That's about the temperature I like to drink my beer. I'm not a real cold beer drinker kind of guy, even in the summer. I like them cool. But man, what a tasty beer. It's big pineapple, has a honey flavor to it. Not really any caramel or anything like that, but a honey sweetness mixed with pineapple and tropical fruitiness. So I guess I would call this a Belgian Pale Ale, but it's not maybe what you're expecting out of a Belgian Pale Ale with on the lines of bitterness maybe. But very drinkable, and you could do it from top to bottom real easy. I'm liking this beer. So, I wish they still made it now. Anyways, what do the other guy think? Beer Advocate is giving it an 86, and Rate Beer is giving it a 95. And unlike most times, you know what? I'm going to go along with the Rate Beer guys. I think this is a A beer all the way. It's a high A beer. I'm going to give it a 94, I think, just to be a dickhead. And you know what? I'm going to go with a 95. They got the date on the bottle too. I'm going to be a nice guy, and I really think that's what this beer's up with, man. Really tasty beer. You probably won't be able to find it. If you run across a bottle, get it. This is right at the end of its 180 days you're supposed to sell it. I'm sure it would taste fine a few days after that, a few months. I don't think it would affect. It's got enough alcohol to keep it in there. Maybe some of this pineapple flavor that I'm getting now. And in the aftertaste, there's a bit of that Belgian spice from the yeast that may fade. But really solid beer. Hopefully they'll make it again and bring it to the rest of the world because, man, this is demolishing my thirst for beer, that's for sure. So, until the next time, guys, remember what I say. Think globally, drink locally, support the craft beer movement, help this thing keep growing, and people keep building even after demolition like this beer did here. Support the craft beer movement, like I said, and thanks a million for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next time, that's a big peace out.